Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Bound Journals, and I wanted to share a bit of a flip through of this journal that I kept last year. Well, not really a journal, it's an art diary or visual diary, and I was meant to do a flip through of this ages and ages ago. You can see I started it July last year, and what happened was I was going through a bit of a stressful time at this time in my life, where everything was a bit chaotic and very, very busy. And I found that I needed to do something for my own self-care and well-being. And what I ended up doing was just this daily practice of watercolor, painting my cat. And it kind of was served two purposes. One, it was an attempt at doing like the 100-day project, which you might have heard about. I've seen it on Instagram where people choose something to do for 100 days, like take a photo a day, or draw a picture a day, or do a painting a day, or do a journal entry a day. I love those kinds of challenges. Those are like right up my alley. So I've always wanted to do that. It's still on my list of things I would love to do one day. But yeah, I thought a good project to do for that would be to paint my cat in over 100 days to see if and how I improved, because as you can see, I'm not very good at drawing cats or painting cats, but the idea here was literally not even necessarily to become good at drawing cats or to see improvement. It was just at this time to meet my need of giving me something creative to do that was just for me and that was helping me to slow down. That was pretty much the key thing. It was helping me to slow down at a busy time when I was feeling overwhelmed. And, you know, it could take 5 minutes, half an hour, however long I did it for, it didn't matter. But it just gave me this calm, peaceful time to notice, to look intently, and study my cat. So some of them I just did freehand, and others I was looking at him and trying to paint what I saw. So that's in his tray bed. He has an oven tray that I use for coffee dyeing paper. When I'm not coffee dyeing, I have a blanket in there for him to sleep on. So he sleeps upside down. These are his front legs and his head upside down, tucked in. So cute. So I just did every day for maybe 2 weeks, I think it was. And it was just like a bit of a study, a cat study through watercolor. This one I did with pencil, and I didn't see much improvement at all in just 2 weeks, but I just had so much fun, and it was a good practice to not worry about perfection. It's just to have a go. And of course my model kept moving, so sometimes I'd only get ahead before he moved, but yeah, it just was so fun or calming to study and to be still and just to study him and get his shape. And that's his tail and his back leg. I don't know, and it served its purpose. I didn't keep on going because eventually life felt more manageable and I didn't need this daily practice anymore, but it really was something good for me at the time. So I just wanted to share that in case it helps you think of something that you could do if you're needing like a bit of a daily practice. It doesn't have to be long, like I said, 5 minutes, just something to do for you, for your own peace and well-being. It's so cute. And then some of these pages are going to feature in my book because I mentioned my cat a few times in my book and how he gives me comfort and I'm grateful for him and he gives me so much joy. So it's been a huge part of my life, you know, so of course it's going to appear in my book. So I want to use some of these pages to do my journaling on, or my writing for the book on. So I wanted to do the flip through now before I start ripping out the pages and cutting out images to arrange on a book page. So I think I want to use this one here. And yeah, some days I literally wasn't focused on getting the whole cat necessarily, just trying to do the shapes. And I could only get him, when I got a full cat, it was only when he was still for long enough. So it was when he was sleeping or when he was eating. I tried to get him when he was sitting, but by the time I looked up again, he moved. So I didn't have enough time to do his head. And always sleeping. Always sleeping. But then I did get kind of bored of painting him sleeping. Like, it was just over and over again. And because he's just a black shape when he's sleeping or curled up, there's not a lot of, definition to look at. So I kind of got over painting him sleeping. Little bread loaf. Again, his little tail. And I was really then trying to get his face shape eventually. Again, more of him sleeping. That's his cat bed on his cat tower. So cute. So cute. Here's one where he was in a different position sleeping, tucked in with his head. And again, it's a bit hard with a black cat to get all of his shapes, but I tried my best. And trying to get his paw. So cute. And yeah, I was trying to get his face, one from above, his little body. This one, I got his back and then I got his front. I got one leg from that one. I'm trying to get to the one where I got to his face. And his back legs. So cute. So cute. So this one was the first one where I actually tried to paint his face, and I realized that it sucks in here, but because it's all this sticky out fur, you can't tell. He looks like he has a round face, but actually it's more shapely than that, with that real cat, I don't know how. Anyway, I'm not very good at cat anatomy, but I thought if I did do this for 100 days, maybe I would see some improvement, because I'd start to notice details like this that I didn't notice at the beginning of my paintings of him. But yeah, this was the first time it felt like I was finally getting somewhere with his face shape, even though, yeah, it's a complete mess. But I just like this study in the cat shape, like getting the shapes. Just practice. I love this one. So these ones I did off a photo. So obviously I could do these ones a little bit better because he wasn't moving. But I quite liked the fact that I could use a model that moved, because it was just about that imperfect, getting the shapes, large movements. Whereas this one, it was much more precise, much more precise. And again, these ones I used photographs. And again, some of them aren't great. Some of them are not great. But practicing different shading as well, because, hard with the black cat to show his structure. But yeah, just playing around, and I could never get his profile right. I just can't get it. But if I kept on going, I eventually probably would get there, because I would understand the shape, I would recognize it. And I was thinking maybe eventually I would be able to get able to do it without looking at him, because I just know his shape. And then just got some other random things that I had in here. But that's as far as I got with painting him. And, that was what I needed at that time. So I encourage you to find what you need at the time. And don't worry if it changes, because we change and different things will give us what we need. So this documents maybe a 2-week stage in my life, or 3 weeks of when this was super helpful, but I don't need it anymore. I don't need it. I can always pick it up again at some point, and I'm really happy that I did it, not just because of how it helped me in the moment, but because I have this record now of my attempts to draw a cat, and because I love Keanu. Like, I just love these pictures here anyway. So and then I've got images for my book, so I'm going to tackle the pages about Keanu next, which is going to be really fun. So that is my watercolor journal, and I hope you are doing really well. I'd love to one day even try journaling each day, where I do some little doodle on there, just one, or decorate the page either with pen or paint or watercolor, pencil. That would be my dream, is to do something every single day in a journal in one place, where it's not just writing, a little bit of something there too, so I could progress in my skills, do something creative and write. But who knows if that'll ever happen. It's just a little aim I have. Anyway, do you have something like that? Do you have a 100-day project? Or if you were to do a 100-day project, what would you do? I still like the idea of doing photography, like a photo a day. I think that'll be really fun. And I'd love to even just do it for a whole year, something for a whole year. So these little mini challenges, well, maybe they're not mini, but these little challenges got in the back of my mind that I would love to do. So let me know in the comments what you would do, or if you've already done one. I find them super inspiring. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in December. If you would like to support me in the month of January, I would be so ever grateful. Becoming a patron gets you access to extra videos, including my monthly journal series where I make a journal from start to finish each month. The Ruby tier gets you access to every single digital kit from my Etsy, as well as a new kit each month. And there's different tiers. There's some mail tiers and a journal tier as well, so feel free to check those out. If you'd like to take any of my courses, those are down below in the description box as well, and all the links and places to find me are down there too.